Welcome to another episode of 𝐶𝐿𝐏𝐄. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well as watch the video all the way through. Not because I asked you to, because today we're at the Buffalo River Trail and it's gonna be a long one. Buffalo River Trail is in North Arkansas and it's like which I mean you could hike different sections of. Is this the way I go? Let's go down here and look at this. You can hike different sections, but the section I'm gonna do is like 50 miles long, which actually it's like 25 miles because I'm gonna hike it in and out. I'm starting in Pruitt, Arkansas, and right off the bat, I mean, you have these awesome cliff faces. I think this is pretty much gonna cover the whole trail. I haven't even seen what's gonna happen on this trail, but I'm gonna put you guys in a time machine real quick, do just some crafty editing. The water tastes like shit. Red bugs are gonna kill me. The plan is to cover the trail from Pruitt to Ponca, then Ponca back to Pruitt. If you watched any of my other hiking vlogs, you'll see that I just try to give like my take on the whole trail. I'm getting tired already. I hadn't even made it 100 feet. And I've also got a lot of experience in video making, so I hope this is informative as well as entertaining. 2 miles in and it's pretty moderate. Let me show you. Plan it out like that. That way I could hike flat area right here. And of course, all this will be the second day, but I'll camp about right here tonight. And then I'll go here, camp about right there tomorrow night, and then hike back, camp here, and then there. That way I'm pretty flat whenever I'm coming out because I'm pretty sure my legs are going to be freaking dead. It's supposed to be like 50 miles, but there's a lot of waterfall things off to the side. So I think I'll probably try to hit some of those trails too. 4.5 miles in from Pruitt, and there's like this fire ring and kind of an overlook, but I don't think it's really much to see there. Four and a half miles in and my energy is pretty low. Of course, I woke up at 2 o'clock this morning, traveled like 5 hours, and now I'm here. Biscuits and gravy. You ever have that nap on a Saturday evening? You don't actually know if you went to sleep, but you could look at your wife and tell that you went to sleep because the look in her eyes says that you were snoring. Yeah, that was the one thing you should prep for, is that the river is not like super close to the trail, so you're pretty much not going to be able to get any water. Therefore, like, I carried some water with me. I'm 6 miles in and I have not touched the river except for like tributaries, and they're super dry. Something else, look at this. Pretty much everywhere so far, like your trekking pole kind of goes into the dirt. That's to where like Eagle Rock Loop, it's all super rocky. The trekking pole typically stabs into the rock, but here it's just dirt, so it kind of sinks down. So I would have got that little round thing that goes on the end of the trekking pole if I'd have known. Dry. It's always kind of wild to see a cemetery like way out in the middle of nowhere. In Arkansas, that happens pretty commonly. And what makes this even more weird is that this guy died killed in a limestone valve. I'm not sure what that is, but that don't sound real good. Maybe there was like a limestone quarry and maybe he was killed in a limestone quarry. Died in 1864 and it's 2024 now, so that would be, it's like 150 years. And Melinda died in 1947. That's a long time ago. Again, each one of these little pieces of iron ore, that's graves too. There's no telling how old they are. What? Cactus? I'm right here, but I really need to be right here to be on the trail, but I really have to go get water because I don't have any water. So I'm gonna walk down this dirt road for a little while. And that's fine, but the sucky thing is I gotta walk back up this dirt road. I don't know about this water. It's part of a main river, so I'd normally try to get like a tributary or like a spring, but this is a main river, so it's kind of iffy. The water tastes like shit. I think maybe I should boil it. Oh yeah. Please be water. Yes. The water tastes like shit too. False alarm. This thing here is bad. Like, I guess I didn't dry it out or whatever, like backwash. I should have backwashed it maybe, and I did not, like on my last trip. So this thing here, it smells bad. I got water out of this tap here. It tastes good. That's where I'm going. 7.3 miles, and it's 4:39. I got like 2.5 hours. I doubt I'm gonna make it that far. I wish I could spend more time here. Please come in. Okay. This thing is probably haunted. Fireplace. That's an old window. What is this? Yo, for real. This place seems haunted. Look at that. What? Yeah, my sleeping pad held up really good last night, so I got a good night's sleep. And it was probably because I woke up at 2 a.m. yesterday and drove for 5 hours and then hiked for another 8 hours. My goal is to make it to Ponca today, which is like 15 miles, but my first stop is going to be Cowles Landing, and that's like 5 miles. When I say first stop, I mean within 5 miles. I'll probably take another break, but the issue is the no water thing. Like, except for that one stop I made yesterday at the little campground, there was no water to be had. I'm really glad I brought these extra bottles. I really wish I'd have brought a few more because I don't have any water to make coffee with. This is all the water I have left after making supper last night, and of course drinking a little bit through the night. Yeah, this is the cemetery you see on most YouTube videos. This is Cherry Grove Cemetery. I don't know any history on it. It'd be really cool to know history on it. It's another cemetery way out in the middle of nowhere. Never seen a trail camera on the trail. That's kind of creepy. I'm taking a little detour down to Camp Orr because I need to get some water. Before we get to Cowles Landing, there's going to be 2 big peaks, and I'm pretty sure that it will be a good idea to go ahead and get some water because I'm feeling kind of dehydrated. I hadn't even had any caffeine today, and I hadn't really had any significant food. I had a little handful of trail mix, so I'm feeling pretty low on energy. It's hard to see, but there's some turkeys. That actually really sucks. I walked all the way down this hill, and now I got to walk all the way back, and there's a bunch of posted signs that says private property and such, and it said there's a waterfall, but it sounds like that was like a little bit more of a hike. I'm not really looking to do a little bit more of a hike until I get a significant water source, but I did see some people down there and they gave me a bottle of water, which is freaking awesome. Now I gotta walk all the way back up this stupid hill. Well, I've heard about this kind of thing where sometimes people will leave water on the trail for people hiking. I'm a little hesitant because I don't know if somebody's peed in it. I mean, it smells okay. I should be okay. Oh, shit. That is good. Seeing that water was like an immediate morale boost, and then drinking the water was just a freaking life-changing experience. And then now that I'm hiking, I see how dehydrated I was because, like, I feel a lot different. I feel a lot better. Like, my body is working better. I don't know. This road leads down to Cowles Landing, and then this way, oh, somewhere. The trail is somewhere here. This is the road, and then this is the trail. So I'm just gonna walk right down here, and I'm gonna take a break at Cowles Landing. That's a long way down. I'm here at Kyle's Landing having some coffee. I'm so glad that I have coffee. This stuff is really good. It's almost 12 o'clock. I hadn't ate breakfast yet, so I'm gonna have this breakfast skillet mountain house meal. I have a long ways to go. I gotta hike to Ponca today, and I don't know that I'm gonna make it that far. It would be great if I did because I have a food catch there, and I have like this little bunkhouse rented, and I was gonna stay there and then make another 25 miles back to Pruitt. Snack time is over with. I'm getting back on the trail. Hopefully this evening I can kind of plan out like where water is, and maybe things will actually work a little bit better. Whenever I go to bed, I want to make sure that I have plenty of water, and I think the next place is 𝐷𝐿 that I'm going to go. One thing I've learned, and I sort of already knew this, that the body doesn't work real good without water. And also I'm going to require that they take the river part out of the Buffalo River Trail because you barely touch the river. Somebody in the comments, tell me what the heck this is. It's pretty hard, a little sticky. That could have been really bad. My drone hit this tree and it almost fell down there. And if you don't know how far that is, that's like, I'm not getting my drone back type far. No, I never thought I'd like hiking or backpacking because I'm like a real point A to point B type person. I hate traveling, but I love the destination type thing. All the stuff in the middle I could usually get rid of, but for some reason backpacking makes the stuff in between interesting. Come here. Like 3.5 miles from Ponca. Oh, there's a deer. It's getting dark. It's only 6:30. It's kind of hard to get used to these early days. Like during the winter, the days get shorter. Most of my experience is summer hiking, so it's kind of hard. Been hard for me to adjust to these winter months. Anyway, you're probably gonna see some night hiking. There's not really much to see when you're night hiking because it's dark. Another famous 𝐷𝐿 bluff there. I'm not stopping today. Maybe tomorrow. Really would like to get some drone footage, but like today, I got to get where I'm going. I'm gonna figure out how to cross this bridge without getting killed. Thank you. First asshole wasn't getting over. Give me a ride. Oh my God. I'm so glad to be here. So far I've logged 29 miles, and I think it's because I had to hike to a few different places to get water, so it's going to be a little bit longer. That means today I hiked 17.5 miles. My right foot hurts, but short of that, I feel okay.
Come on, let's go. See, there are unwritten rules that tell everybody you know what you're doing. And when you break those rules, you get less opportunity.
I got a 1 mile walk before I get to the trailhead, and looking at a remaining, I think 25 miles. This is gonna be the most challenging part because my legs are pretty bad. Stopped at the Buffalo Outdoor Center right back there, got me an Alani and 200 milligrams of caffeine just to get me going. I already had my coffee, but I think I'll save this for a little later on down the trail. Yeah, this is the way I should have came last night, but I came from there last night, walked across the bridge, and that was kind of dangerous. Should have came here and got into this trailhead. I was really hoping I was gonna see some elk this trip. I don't see any elk. That's okay, I can look some up on the internet. Back to 𝐷𝐿 this way. Should be a good profile picture. You know, one difference between here and the Ouachita Mountains is the cliff faces. You see a lot of cliff faces, but you also see a lot of places that you could fall and die, kind of like this. That's about 80 foot. Steel Creek Campground, and I think this is the most important campground on the Buffalo River Trail, I think because of these bluffs, I guess that's what you call them. But it really is beautiful, man. It really is. You got to see it in person to really who mows all this freaking grass. Y'all have fun.
You too, man.
You too. I love fun.
Me too. Uh-oh, it's too tall.
It's too tall.
See, we have to shorten them up for you.
Tell them thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I crossed this point yesterday. It's like the only water crossing you cross from Pruitt to Ponca. And of course you can touch the river a handful of times, but that almost freaking don't count, man. And my water filter's all molded, and I usually carry an extra water filter, but I took it out because I said, well, I gotta hike 50 miles, so I need to make sure that I'm as light as possible. That was a mistake, because I was like looking for it, and then I remember that genius decision I made. It's kind of cool. I walked all the way on right there, and then you cut back into the trail right there, and then walk up the mountain up to where I'm at. This is kind of crazy. We are 100% on top of the mountain, and there's a freaking pond up here. Oh, 3 bar. I've got 3 bars, and we are right here. If you look at the profile, it's the tallest little peak there. I'm getting emails. All right, now I got to download my episodes of Outer Banks. Now that I got some reception, I'm gonna sit here and question all my life's choices, because I think I'm like 38 miles into a 50-mile hike, and I think it's gonna end up being like 55 because I took a little detours for water and such. And if you're new to hiking a long distance like I am, it is really hard to maintain energy. First day and second day was good, but this third day, man, oh, come on, baby. I watched that one last night. That one was really good, and I watched part of that. It's kind of warm, but I really need some caffeine. And this is me and Leanne's favorite kind. It's caramel apple. They don't have a lot of these. I think they just do it during Halloween, I guess. It'd be nice if it was cold. I got my Outer Banks downloaded, now it's time to go. I'm back at Cow's Landing. I'm gonna take a break here. Actually, I think I might camp here. And there's some other trails like the Goat Trail and some other kind of Indian trail or something. A guy was telling me about it, but it might be kind of cool to like drop the gear and go hike that. And plus, I want to get in the water. I wish I'd have recorded some of that, but I didn't want to feel sneaky. But these ladies back there, they stay at these campsites weeks out of the year, months out of the year, and they take care of hikers, which is freaking awesome, because like the hiking culture in Arkansas, or really the hiking culture anywhere other than like West Coast, East Coast, is kind of non-existent. So it's freaking awesome. Oh, you soft. Night hiking one more time. Red bugs are gonna kill me. Home sweet home, baby.
Don't you be modest. I've heard of your adventures. It's quite thrilling.
So the hike today is a total of 13 miles, but I've already hiked 3, so I got like 10 left. And it's supposed to be pretty moderate. Like if you look at the profile, it's pretty flat. And that's the way I planned it out, because I knew that after I go all the peaks and been hiking for 3 days, I'm not gonna wanna hike a whole lot of elevation, I guess. I don't think those stairs are up to code. I have 9 miles to go, and I love backpacking so much, but it sure is nice to see the light at the end of the tunnel. There's so many great things about backpacking, but one of the great things is making it back to your truck. That looks like an alligator head. Actually a little bit easier to hike today. I don't know if it's the idea or that my mind is recognizing that I'm walking out to freedom, or if my body is just getting used to it. Maybe I should go ahead and walk back the other way again. Got 1 more mile left to Pruitt, and this little freaking hill going up towards Pruitt is kind of terrible. I didn't really notice that this was much of a hill on the way in because I was walking down the hill. Boy, my feet actually do hurt, but I'm feeling optimistic. My takeaways from hiking the BRT is that Mountain House chicken Alfredo dehydrated meals are the best. There's not a lot of water opportunities, and I'm so glad I brought my butt paste. Now that's some good head. Trailhead, it's a good trailhead. 56.87 miles and 9,000 feet of elevation change. I wanted to remind you guys, I put all my hiking videos on a playlist as well as all 𝐂𝐿 videos on a playlist. Also, you should follow me on all trails because I put my hikes on there, and like, you know, you see the hike before I actually make a video of it. Anyway, I'm tired. I'll see y'all next time.